Welcome back, one and all, to Trails to Azure. I'm the TheDarkSeraph. Last time we fought through the remnants of an old mine. This time, we gotta go talk some sense into Randy. Why helping him with the besiegement of a Jaeger Corps? What? Commander Randolph? Disperse. Avoid grouping up. Too slow. Commander hasn't lost his edge. Send in the Cougars. Nice try, boys. There's a new S-break. Oh shit. Dun 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 dun. We're completely fucked, completely fucked. We're completely fucked. The Red Reaper. Don't falter. Attack him in waves. You gotta be shitting me. He's overwhelming them. I can hardly believe my eyes. With 10 million flaming guys, I'm trying to make jokes here. That's not an appropriate time to be cracking jokes. Bird. Shush. This is what Randy's been holding back. His real skill in battle. Well, would you look at that? Guess he didn't need our help after all. I stand corrected. The situation just got a little hairy. Ha ha ha! Looking good there, Dolphy. Surely. Where did she come from? I knew you still had it in you. You're still not really my style, but I gotta admit, you were pretty cool just now. I didn't ask for your goddamn opinion. What makes you think I'd want anything to do with a man-eating tiger like you? Aw, that stings, you know. But hey, since we're already here, why don't we have a little bit of fun? Damn it! Yeah, I thought so. You're still pretty dull after locking yourself in a shed for too long. Guess this is where you peak, huh? Damn it. You seriously managed to master Testarossa. I'm not the same little kitten you taught way back when, Dolphy. Get that into your thick skull already. Let's go. Huh. Is this the best you got, Dolphy? I was barely getting warmed up. Well, whatever. I already found myself another playmate. Screw you. If you ask me, you should just come back and let Daddy whip you into fighting shape again. Once you get some of your mojo back, you'll finally be ready to become the next war god. But I can always take an arm and a leg for good measure first. Randy! Whoa, Nelly. Not bad. This might be a little palate cleanse. Might be a nice palate cleanser after. Lloyd? You're a lot saucier than you look, detective boy. Didn't anyone ever teach you that a gentleman doesn't force himself on a lady? One glance is all I need to know that I can't hold back. I've accepted S-rank wanted monster requests less dangerous than you. Huh, you got that right, sugar. Stop! Get away from her! There's no way those tombas are gonna hold up. Obviously. Whoa! Guess I should have known playing dirty wouldn't do much against her. Commander! This is Orlando. You guys. You really think I was just gonna let you do this on your own? Okay, okay. If you want to horse around that bad, I don't mind playing along. You better show me a good time. Here she comes. Fight like your lives depend on it, because they do. The Sanguine Ogre, Bloody Shirley. Avoids attacks with a protective wall of water. That might be useful. Equipping it, increasing evasion will be very useful. I need those buffs, and I need them now. Oh, the music's great. Yeah, I'm loving that track. Okay. Let's get them back into fighting shape. This ain't over. Shirley Orlando, the commanding officer of the Red Constellation. She wields a custom orbital rifle named Testarossa, immune to all status effects, but is not immune to debuffs. To stats down, I should say. Level 73, with a shitload of health. Drops quite a lot of Sepith on defeat, though. The other Jaegers are going to be irritating. Make use of that Trinity card. With a Phantom Rush to boot, or a Team Rush, I should say. That stat up's only going to last one more turn. Get another Burning Heart going. No sweat, I can get him back up. Go for a big one. And that's why I have a heal up. They should be able to survive that without too much issue. Hell fucking yeah, baby! That the best you got, you bloody bitch! Took her down. Is So this is what it's like to fight a top-class Jaeger. No, I didn't go through all my training just to lose to her here. I'll hand it to you guys, I'm impressed, but only a little. That made a decent appetizer before the main course. They came in from behind, we got backup, but now we're hitting them with a pincer. Second Lieutenant Murrell, you came for us. Yes, the commander received a call from your chief. The enemy force is in our sights. Move in and take them out. Prioritize the retaking of Mainz and civilian safety above all else. Yes, ma'am. No quarter. Murrell, I swear I take my eyes off of you for 1 second you go and pull something like this. We'll handle the Jaegers. I'd appreciate it if the rest of you could make sure Randy doesn't try any more stupid stunts. Loud and clear. Consider it done. That's finally over. At least we can take a moment to breathe. You want to explain yourself, Redhead? Randy? Is everything alright? You didn't get hurt or anything, did you? Lloyd, answer me one question. Just what in the hell were you thinking? Randy? Why? Don't you get it? You just stepped into a war zone like it was nothing. You're not a Jaeger, you're not a soldier. You've never spilled blood. Yet you waltzed right in here. Can't you see how goddamn dangerous that was? Randy? Don't think this excludes you, Madame Lumzelli, or you either, Teotot. And you, Noel, Wazzy, you two understood the risk better than they do. I can't for the life of me get why you didn't stop them. More hinting that Wazzy might be a former Jaeger. But you, Lloyd, where the hell do you get off calling yourself a leader after pulling this shit? What in God's name are you thinking, putting your team's lives on the line at a time like this? You don't know what you're talking about. Lloyd? Lloyd, what are you... I didn't come here to risk the lives of my teammates. I came here to save your sorry ass. I mean, really? See ya? That's all you get? That's all we get? That's all you give us? Did you seriously think that little scrap of paper was going to justify you leaving our lives? I always knew. Someone like me had no business getting close to guys like you in the first place. My hands are drenched in blood. We saw a glimpse of him holding a friend. The lives I've taken, they weren't all soldiers. I didn't think twice about using an innocent village to bait our enemies. Every time I take a look in your eyes, I see him. The guy whose life I took away, even though he did nothing to deserve it. This is the man you see standing in front of you, an irredeemable piece of shit. You think you're doing me a favor here? Just give it a rest. Always looking at me with those puppy dog eyes, counting on me like I'm even worth looking up to. If you keep it up, I might end up forgiving myself, and that's something I have no right to do. Please, Randy. I don't know what to say. So that's what this is about. Man, this is a relief. What are you... I was scared you'd try to laugh this off, crack a few jokes like always. I would have been stumped if you did. But after all this time, you finally come clean to us. The truth is, we're not that different when it comes down to it. You're just as much of a kid as we are. All of us knew you had a heavy burden, but we never thought of touching it on it was a respectful thing to do. So instead, we just kept relying on you without ever returning the favor. He's right. Come on. I just said I don't deserve that kind of treatment. I'll agree with you on this, Randy. Your past actions, your guilt, and your regrets, they're always yours to carry. That's something that falls on you to come to terms with. And of course, the terms you reach may not be enough to allow you to forgive yourself. But even if no one else forgives you, even if you never forgive yourself, we always will, Randy. That I can promise. Being able to forgive and accept each other is exactly what makes us a team. This is no different than when you were all accepting me, even after learning my past. It would only be right that I pardon your transgressions just as I do your sleazy, careless attitude. I'll forgive you too, of course. The weight of taking a life on the battlefield is something we as soldiers always have to face. Far be it from me to give a heartfelt speech about the spirit of friendship. But the truth is that everyone piles up sin simply by living. That is to say, in the eyes of Adios, we're not all different. None of us can cling to the past forever or know what the future holds. All we can do is live in the moment, like every single day is our last. And at this very moment, we stand together in the same place and time. If that simple fact is enough to make you smile, even though just a little, then all I ask in return is that you accept us and our forgiveness for what it is. Every goddamn time. What did I do to deserve your cornball attempts at consoling me anyway? Do you get off on making a chump out of me? There's no need to hold it in. I know exactly how it feels to be in your position. That's right. You once said so yourself, didn't you? The moment you joined the SSS, we were fated to fall victim to Lloyd's sappiness. How is this my fault? Does he have a way with words? He does have a way with words, doesn't he? For all of my experience as a host, I can't compare to a smooth talker like him. I'm a murderer. A useless, good-for-nothing jackass. I try to act tough and smart, but in the end, I got curb-stomped by a little girl, even if she is a demon on the inside. Hell, it's amazing this little tantrum I threw didn't get us killed. Not that I won't be on... No, not that I won't have more down the road. Yet despite all that, you still don't mind. Not one bit. That goes without saying. Bring it on. We'll always be there to pick up the slack. You know what they say, adversity builds character. Screw you, Ozzy. You squealed on me, didn't you? What the hell happened to keeping your mouth shut, you little rat? Oh, Randy, you insult me. I didn't breathe a word. Lloyd and the others put in the legwork to find you all on their own. Wait a second. You knew Randy left even before we found out? Wazzy, I don't believe it. You know what? No, I do believe you. Tisk, tisk, Wazzy. You've dug yourself a new low for this one. Hey, now. It's not as if I knew exactly where he was headed. Honestly, why do I always have to be the bad guy? He says without a hint of irony. I suggest we leave him in the mountains to reflect on this breach of our trust. Well, with that off my chest, I'm ready to get back to business as usual. It's getting kind of late. Why don't we see how Miro and the rest are doing? What was their goal here? That's something I've yet to figure out. What was their end goal here? I'm happy to report that the Red Constellation has made a full retreat from the mountains. Thankfully, there don't seem to be any signs of looting or pillaging. That's a relief. Thank the goddess. That's one silver lining, at least. It's Corp's policy not to plunder civilians unless it's absolutely necessary. Though, if they'd been ordered to, they would have stripped the place of everything that wasn't nailed down. Randy, are you alright? I heard that you got a little carried away back there. I'm good. My rifle's going to be out of commission for a while, though. Sucks after all that trouble I went through to get it fixed. It did get a decent chunk of it broken off by those spinning blades, didn't it? And speaking of Shirley's chainsaw rifle hybrid, it would seem the Red Constellation has a very unusual preference in weaponry. Yeah, it's the kind of stuff that you can get only done at a specialized workshop. Gillamine should have been able to figure something out if I hit him up, though. I'm sure he can. Let's drop it off with him first thing once we get back to the city. I'm proud of you, Randy. You finally mustered up the nerve to pick up a rifle again. Better late than never. And what's this I'm hearing? Don't tell me you're worried about little old Randy. Of course I was. If I hadn't frozen up every time you were behind the barrel, we'd still be in the CGF together. What? Not that I want us to be together or anything. Yes, you do. I just wasn't sure a flake like you could find work anywhere else is all. She really is sweet on him. I think Randy has taken notice of that himself. Mural, first unit. Copy that. Where are they now? Can I get a 10-9 on that? Everything alright? The Jaegers who retreated have vanished entirely. Signs indicate that they took the fork in the tunnel that leads through toward the ruins. The Moon Temple. Could it be they're trying to take refuge inside it? I doubt it. The barricade placed in front of the ruins shows no traces of tampering. Where in the world could they be? The area is lined with steep cliffs all around. If not the ruins, where else could they possibly even go? I know that Shirley girl is anything but sensical, but this isn't adding up. I knew something was off. Thinking back, their numbers on the mountain path weren't nearly what I thought they'd be. They numbered 100 strong when they came here to Cross Bell, and that's just lowballing it. But there were only about 20 of them in Mainz. More importantly, Sigmund. Shirley would be lucky to call herself half the beast he is. So where the hell is he? You don't suppose? And they're burning Crossbell. What the hell is their end goal here? The Descent Flames.